This is random, but I don't really know how random it is. I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to the stories. And I know that there's a narrative right now that the police are shooting us and things are not happening the way that they're supposed to be happening. However, don't let's not get so caught up in the fact that things are happening in that manner to the point where they're now putting something in front of the Supreme Court that is showing the fear that says it's okay for me to carry a gun so I can shoot and protect myself. So, sounds good. It might be all right until we realize that not only are the cops shooting us in the street, but it's someone else that feared their life that has now shot us in the street. This is what's going on. So the only way I see that we counter that is that we then start to produce this atmosphere and this mindset that I don't want to be shot in the street. I don't want to be in the street to be shot. Now, yeah, right now, what the devil is trying to do is just put dumb stuff in it so that when we say, well, it's this way, then you can say, well, no, because so and so just got killed in the driveway. You know what I mean? So, those little ones there, we're going to use those as examples. They're going to be the ones that we stand strong on, and then everything else will be able to wash and mule through. We'll be able to stand on the fact that if you did do nothing wrong, we'll be able to stand on the fact that that's what you did instead of having to forget the fact that you did something wrong but you got killed. Because there's a difference right now because most of the people are doing things wrong or maybe not wrong but shouldn't been whatever. So they had some kind of interaction with the police and then got killed. So looking at all of it, trying to figure out how do we just stop. That says talk to you, talk to the person inside, and then say, you know what? This is what I'm not going to do. This is what I'm not going to do. Two, then the police officer will actually have to be able to agree and admit. If you're scared, you need to go get the help that you need to talk to whoever you need to talk to. Because the last thing that you need to do while you're working is to be out there scared. And that's anything that you do in life. If you're scared to do it, you're not going to do it right. You're going to step timidly. And if you step in timidly, that means you're not all the way in the 100% of where you want to be. So you're kind of like 75%, 80 maybe. So then if something happens and things hit the fan and shit hits the fan. And when it does, you got to be ready. So you can't just be ready on 65 or 70 and 80. That's why they busting off right now. The difference is we need to have real conversation about it and not have nobody feel no type of way that somebody is saying something to you because right now you need to be checked on what you might be doing or what you might not be doing. It's all the same. The difference is we cannot be just silent and watch this shit just happen. And the only reason why, like I said, I just said something is because I didn't heard all the shootings, all the stories about everybody getting shot and everybody doing whatever and the injustices and all this. I've watched it. But the one that just stood out to me was the one that they only gave 6 seconds to, and that was the one about the Supreme Court. That was the one about the fact that the Supreme Court is now talking about the fact that you can carry your gun because they know that you need it for protection. That is not the narrative that we need to keep. That is not the narrative that we even want to have. So what we need to want to do is change it. You understand what I'm saying? But it starts in the mind first, and then once you put it in your mind that you know that you need to change it, then you have to actually get some people beside you, because when you go outside to change it and the streets are still raggedy, the streets going to then start looking at you like you crazy. But guess what? I'm here to tell you, hold on, keep pushing, keep striving, because the one thing that it will not do is fail. They say that the persistency sometimes is the only thing that keeps somebody, that sometimes that's the only thing that makes anybody different. The fact that I never gave up, the fact that I'm still doing it, the fact that regardless of what happens, no matter what, I'm not going to stop till I get there. That kind of stuff, that persistency, that a lot of people don't have it. But if you don't have it, then you get connected to somebody that does. That way, when you lack in your persistency, you know that you can call somebody, or you can look over and get some kind of yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. I thought I was going to do it, but yeah, let's go. And right now we need to let's go. And then with you, yeah, let's go. We're watching you, yeah, let's go. And then the kids, the babies, they know that they need to go because they don't want to not go. Because if they don't go, that means that they've already lost. And if they watch us not really go, then that means that we're telling them that there's no need to even try to do this thing. You might as well just go. And that is an unacceptable situation because God has not given any of us that. God has not given us any of that power to even say that that's what's going to happen. I don't care what it looks like. We still don't have to be the people that are voicing it. We sound crazy voicing the things that we know are going to happen and not the things that we pray that and believe to. That's just me. Somebody said that the way that we are looking at things maybe not be the right way. I say, I agree. How about we just think about what we're thinking about, think about what we're looking at, and then just make a mark, set it, and then just go hit it. I believe it works. If not, guess what? We're trying, we're going to do something, and we will not stop until it gets done. How about that? I can guarantee that one. Why? Because it does say that we do win in the end. You do know that. Like, regardless of anything else that's happening in this world. I know that it's crazy right now, and that's the thing that's kind of tripping me out, because people that know that we do win, this is the time that we're supposed to be speaking up and say, hey, guess what? I know what that looks like, but guess what? You do know that if you look in the back of this thing, we do win. Well, I know what they say, but you do know that at the end of this thing, yeah, I know how you're feeling, and I know you feel defeated, but guess what? You do know at the end of this thing, we really do win this thing, right? No. And I think it's time for us to like really step on that. Like, no. I'm sorry. But no. Y'all understand what I'm talking about. Right? I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta have your mindset on the fact that this is what you know you just not gonna do. And what you not gonna do is just not gonna do that. Right? It makes it easy. It makes it simple. I know one thing. The kids will be watching you, and when you stand on it and you say that you're not gonna do it, guess what they won't do? They won't do that. I know that for a fact. Do it like that. You don't do it, they won't do it. And the reason why they won't do it is so funny. But believe it or not, it'll all move down because of the fact that you didn't do it. So, always think about that. When you're doing the things that you want to do, or doing the things that you don't want to do, or attempting to do something, or about to do something that you don't really want to do, but you know that you shouldn't do, don't do it, because there's somebody that's probably watching you that's going to get the message that they want to do it too, and they shouldn't. We need to be more on that part of it. Like, don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. Not let me show you how to do it so we can get in trouble together and figure it out. No, let me learn what I learned and tell you that this is what you shouldn't do. Those are the learned experiences of life. That's how I look at it. It might not be right. It might not be. That's just my take. Put it that way. That's how I see it in my sight. Y'all have a good one.